And we're back with not Samir, because we couldn't quite catch him yet. Well, we're going to get our best hunting equipment and see what we can do for you guys.
He did kind of just run away.
Maybe we can even get him back in one piece. That wouldn't be too bad.
Nice.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think he would appreciate it as well, and of course all of our French viewers. All right, Rob, you got some news for me?
I've got a few highlights for you.
Highlights? I take highlights over news.
Yes. What news did you think I heard?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you were following the chat and found out who else we did offend in this round.
No, I was not able to actually follow the chat from over there. But I do have a few highlights, and we can go straight into it. So let's go to highlight number 1.
All right. I like your little note right there.
This is called Boom. It's basically where he went boom.
I gotta, you're a wordsmith, Rob.
Definitely.
I'm not sure if I told you this before, but you're definitely a wordsmith.
Basically, he went in for 4,500, which is a play we've seen many, many times, and it's basically been the winning play every single time it's happened.
Yeah. That's just in case you know, guys, in the future we will always reference to this occurrence as just a boom.
Boom.
That's it.
It's boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Spot on, spot on.
It worked.
All right, what else do you got?
Okay, highlight number 2. This is where we kind of saw it come down, and this was a very good twin twister.
Absolutely.
To take out the Sky Iris and the Kirin. It's pretty much straight off the bat.
Yeah, it was one of those many, many occasions during the day where I'm basically having to eat my own words. I was saying, oh, the twin twister, because I'm still a little bit obsessed with the older days, and then you think, oh, at the end of the turn he can destroy 2 face downs, and basically it's the first thing he does on its opponent's turn. Plays 2 face ups and he goes, yeah, twin twist immediately.
You just get rid of it.
If you wait until the end phase, you might have already lost the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, very big twin twister, 100% agree.
Now, on highlight number 3, I would see that it kind of didn't matter because he then just made his field again.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
It was pretty much immediate afterwards. He didn't really mind that he'd lost those 2 cards. Well, he did. It was a big loss, but he was able to come back from it pretty much immediately.
Yeah, certainly, absolutely. But that is the big strength of the deck.
Yeah.
That's what got him there in the first place.
Now, number 4. This highlight's called Bouncy Bouncy.
Okay.
Because he basically went to go and bounce the Kirin, I believe.
Yeah. Well,
this was kind of a weird one because so Erebus came down. He went to go and bounce his opponent's field. Kirin went nope, bounced a card back to his hand to get rid of the Erebus so that the return wouldn't work.
Right.
So it was quite an important.
What was it like for you watching the match from the sidelines? Did you feel like this was clearly going one way or the other?
Yeah, it was definitely going towards the Pendulum player. There was kind of no question. I mean, he did lose game 2, but as soon as you could kind of tell that even then he was probably going to end up winning.
Also from the body language. Yeah. There was one situation where it was his turn. Suddenly he just moves a lot faster than before. He was shifting gears right there.
He knew he was going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So on 5. This is, I believe, where he broke the scales. You were saying,
yeah. That was
there. Again, a very important play whenever you're playing against Pendulum deck is to break the scales.
Yeah. However, the opponent draws into. Oh, I think that is the next highlight.
Yes.
Didn't say anything.
The next highlight, however, again showed that it didn't matter. So if we go up to 6,
there we go.
This is where he basically just ripped Painful Position right from the top of the deck.
This is what I'm talking about, by the way. This was
got his scales back.
Suddenly when everything was happening so fast. I mean, yeah, he ultimately didn't win the match, this game, excuse me, this duel, but that was a big moment.
Yeah, it was absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on, we got highlight number 7, which I think you called Solemn Salty yourself, where
I don't want to be quoted, unless I'm going to get the copyright for it and somebody's going to print a T-shirt and I can sue them.
The Solemn Scolding is it's a really good card. It saw a lot of play during Necros format. Everybody thought, you know what, this is actually a little bit too high a price to pay. Right. It's 3,000 life points, but it's basically it can be a replacement Solemn Strike.
Well, if it
and it does even more.
If it says 3,000 life points, fly to worlds, would you play the card?
Oh, of course.
There we go. I think that's what he thought in this situation. I mean, of course, you never know at the beginning of the tournament if the card is really going to put in the work for you. But we've seen players play as many copies as 3 of them. And then, of course, if you do the maths, you're like, well, wait a second, 3 times 3,500, that is more than 8,000 life points.
Yeah.
How are you ever going to pay for that? And the player just says, well, I won't, because either I win or I lose.
You just want it.
Yeah.
You want the card. That's why you're playing 3.
Yeah. It just reminds me of what Luke said, that the Asian players tend to play to win, whereas the European players very often play a little bit more conservatively, trying not to lose.
Yeah. Now, in number 8, this was Luke's favourite moment of the game.
Yes.
As he said, this is where number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy came out.
I'm not quite sure if he said it that way, to be honest.
No, he did. He totally, I remember it. It came out. He was absolutely loving the fact that it had come out. He was waiting for it. I have seen this card being played before in exactly the same deck during the Irish Nationals, and then he made it 12,000 attack and attack directly. Well, so it can be a ridiculously good card.
Yeah, but not just that. I mean, like, have you ever seen a more fitting name? You could just end this game. If that would have been the name of the card, that would have been
pretty much what
just
it is.
as fitting. It was truly Hope Harbinger, because what we saw after that, I guess our next highlight, I'm predicting this one.
Actually, number 9 is not the victory handshake as such, but more the handshake of consolation from Ryan, and then the handshake from their opponent.
So can we get Ryan a raise?
Yeah, because he was just like, I'm so sorry, just
and at the same time trying desperately to put the smile off his face.
Yeah.
That's Ryan in a nutshell, basically. Yeah. Right. So actually, like, when you look at it this way, it was an exciting match. I mean, it certainly was an excellent conclusion, something that we didn't see coming. Even Luke was like, this is not a good opening, and suddenly he had to eat his words for once.
Yeah.
He was like, wow, that was just crazy. And do you remember what Sven-Ole was holding on to?
I don't. No.
I just remember the effect veiler. That's basically all I saw, and I was kind of surprised, of course, how quick it happened. We were so stuck with the name of the card and everything that we couldn't even tell, oh, wait a second, does he actually have an answer to this card or not? And then immediately he says, this is it.
He was basically saying, no, I don't have an answer to this.
And that was true Ido Marcus style, our still reigning European champion. Not for much longer.
For now.
For now, yeah.
For now. They're still in a couple of hours.
Yeah,
maybe not.
It's a technicality,
Definitely
but
not.
He's still reigning. All right. Guys, you've already heard some of the results from our top 8 matches. We know for certain that Lorenzo Roma from Germany, no, he is living in Germany, but he's from Italy, advanced to the top 4, to the semifinals, and of course to the World Championship. We can say the same thing about Carmelo Butglieri, who is actually from Germany, even though he has an Italian name as well. I would say Carmelo Butglieri is pretty Italian sounding.
Yeah, it sounds pretty Italian.
So that means we got one Phantom Knights Burning Abyss. That's Lorenzo player. Then we got one Burning Abyss player, pure Burning Abyss player. That is Carmelo. Do you happen to have the result between Finn Bakewell and Jack Verma?
No, but I can quickly check to see if one has come up.
I can tell you guys with 100% certainty that a Pendulum player advanced to the next round, and I'm not talking about Samir Bacher, because both Finn Bakewell and Jack Verma were also playing Pendulum. So no matter what happens, 2 Pendulum decks in the top 4, that gives them 50% of the field if you want. It was probably the best choice for the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Now,
just looking at this very narrow field.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we're going to be right back. If, in case you know how this bracket works, there are 2 ways to the finals where the last 2 players are going to meet. We just saw a player from one half of the bracket, so we're now most likely going to move into the other half of the bracket. That means, depending on who won the game, we're definitely going to have, as far as I remember, Carmelo Butglieri and then his opponent, who's either Finn Bakewell or Jack Verma.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. With that, guys, we're going to take another short break. We're running out of breaks. I hope you guys like that. And then we're going to be back with our coverage of the most relaxed match of the day, the semi-finals. I think we can make casual semi-finals. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe,
we probably could,
We're going to talk to the Konami people if they are okay with that, because the players are going to be super casual about this one. So don't miss it. Going to be right back with the semi-finals.